Now, Minister Michael Ring, you weren't cycling today, no?
No, I wasn't. I was actually in Roscommon earlier in the morning, and I came back in the afternoon. Had a bit of work to do here in Westport, and I did a few interviews in relation to what was happening here in the town and the area today. And it was great to see so many people around the town today, and I want to take this opportunity, particularly to the legends, to thank them for their coming to Westport. These people are sports people. You know, there's a lot of respect for them out there, and it's great to see them being involved in particularly what they're promoting. And I suppose it's about cancer care and about people have concerns, and to talk to people, as you know yourself as a doctor, people and particularly the professionals will tell you a lot of cancer can not be cured, but a lot of cancer can be dealt with if it's got in time. And we need to educate people about cancer. And I want to take this opportunity to thank them for coming to Westport today, to talk to the young people, because sometimes their standard of life and quality of life, you know, maybe they don't listen when they should, like us all. And when we were young ourselves, we didn't do what we should be doing. And, you know, healthier living and people eating better and doing a bit of exercise. And that's what they're at today. And these people are legends in their own sport. And I'm glad to see them. You know, sometimes I'd be critical of sports people that make a lot of money out of sport, get a lot of enjoyment out of sport, and don't put anything back into it. But today they're putting something back into the country, they're putting it back into health, and they're, you know, doing something that's good for the country.
I suppose as well as the fundraising, it'll highlight Mayo a bit.
Well, look, that's the second positive part of it. Positive part of it today. The cycle that, you know, in from Leanon into Louisburg into Westport. Some of them will be cycling the Greenway tomorrow, and you know they've seen for themselves the wild Atlantic way at its best today. I mean, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful day, and we had this kind of weather all over the summer. It has been a great summer, and they saw for themselves at first hand the kind of scenery, the kind of beauty, the culture that we have, particularly in the west of Ireland and particularly in Mayo. And that's why so many thousand visitors came into this county this year. It has been a record year for tourism. But the first 6 months of the year we had a 10.5% increase in the country, and Mayo has certainly got its fair share of that.
How's the Greenway going?
The Greenway is just brilliant. There was over 200,000 people cycled the Greenway last year, or walked the Greenway last year. I'd expect them figures to be up again this year. One day there during the summer, I was actually driving from Westport to Newport, and I think I counted over 150 people in that sharp distance, just cycling and walking and being on the Greenway. And that's only part of the Greenway that I could see. I couldn't see it all, and that shows that it's working very well. It has been a great attraction, you know, as yourself, from Westport to Newport to Mulvanny to Achill, a 42-kilometre walk and cycleway, very safe. Very family orientated and very family friendly. It's a great asset to the area. Of course, now the problem is everybody in every county now wants a Greenway, and we're working on that as well.
Well, you're ahead of the posse here anyway.
We're ahead of the posse here.
Tell me this, how's the state of the country going?
Well, I have to say the economy is turning, there's no doubt about it. People have gone through very difficult times. You know, there's more job creation happening now than happened in the last number of years. When we came into government, every week there was 1,000 jobs going. We have reversed that. You know, we have stabilised the economy, stabilised the country, and now there's beginning to be a turn. You can see all the statistics over the last number of weeks, particularly in the revenue return. People are getting more confident in the country again, and I think what we're ready now for is a take-off again. But I don't want to see what happened in the past. I don't want to see this bubble again, particularly in the property bubble. I want to see this steady growth. I want to see job creation, and I want to see it at a steady pace.
Would it be too simple to say that the housing problem in Dublin could be solved by decentralisation of some of the industry that's gone up there and all this IT stuff? If they were brought down to, say, Mayo, Limerick, Galway, spread it around a bit, and you'd absorb up houses down the country and reduce the volume of stuff in Dublin.
Well, look,
it's becoming a monstrosity up there, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, the problem is Dublin is flying again at the moment, and I mean, the recovery has taken place in Dublin. What we need now is to spread it throughout the rest of the country. Yes, we could look at ways and means of getting more people out of Dublin. Now, we tried that with the decentralisation of the government departments, and as somebody that's my department is in Killarney, it didn't work. I mean, for me to get a file from Killarney, we have to get a courier up and down. Government agencies and
what about the internet?
The internet, look, at a lot of that stuff is done through the internet, but there's times that you need files, you need to see stuff, and you need to get that information in front of you. And some of this stuff is not all in internet. Some of these are older files that we had in the past. But I'm saying that there's other agencies that check the passport office. There is no need to have the passport office in Dublin. That's passport office. There could be 4 regional offices. You could have one in Mayo, you could have one in Kerry, you could have one in East, and you could have one in the West, South, East, and West, and the North. Instead of having all that in Dublin.
But apart from government stuff, how about IT, say Google or IBM or something. Why can't you get them to come down the country?
Well, they determine where they want to go themselves. We can only encourage them to come into the country. They look at, what they look at, first of all, they look at access. That's a big issue for them. The second big issue is to make sure that they have the people that can operate their companies. And the other big issue for them, they want to be around road infrastructure and they want to be near universities. And we are working, and we have got many companies. And you saw yourself, we have here in Westport one of the top countries in the top companies in the world. That again, we have Coca-Cola, Baxter. We have many multinational companies in this county, and we should be looking at ways and means to get more.
Well, surely you can point out to the people that don't want to come down here that people work successfully down here and that their workers have a good lifestyle, no traffic jams, no hassle going to work. Like if you have 1,000 workers and they spend 2 hours going to work, that's 2,000 hours into work, out of work. They're frustrated, they're tired.
Yeah. Well, look, as I say, it's not easy. The IDA go out and sort them, the government support them, and they make the decision. At the end of the day, these are companies that are independent companies that get some support from government, and rightly so. And we have a lot of criticism of multinational companies in this country. I don't criticise them. There's many thousand jobs in this country that we wouldn't have, but very strong multinational companies, and I welcome them jobs to the county, to the town of Westport, and to the surrounding areas. And I wish we could get more multinational companies, and I wish we could get them into rural Ireland, and I wish we could get more of them all over the country.
Thanks.
Lovely.